starts with you, only you. A cosmic dance, the truth so true. From the ether to the earthly plane, all you seek, you can attain. The quantum flow, the light you hold, creates the story that will unfold. Every thought and step you make, the universe is yours to take. It starts with you, the mirror's hue, infinite skies reflecting you. From the void, you birth the light. Through the shadows, your soul takes flight. The winds will shift, its timeless bend. Every cycle begins again. Your energy builds, it flows, it streams, aligning rims, igniting your dream. Each vibration, each sacred sound, a universe moves resound. You are the spark, divine and true, illuminating. It's all you do. Just remember, it starts with you, the mirror's hue, infinite skies reflecting you. From the void, you birth the light. Through the shadows, your soul ignites. The path within, the path divine. Through space, your world aligns. Every rise, every fall, you're connected to it all. It starts with you, the quantum view, manifesting dreams like the morning dew. From the stillness, creation flows. Through the darkness, your spirit knows. It starts with you, only you. Through dimension, through the veil, the sacred truth, and you prevail. Now infinite, clear, and true. This road ahead, it's made for you. It all begins and ends with you. Even the chaos, through the flame, you rise anew, never the same. Every heartbeat, every sign weaves your essence, soaring high. The cosmos bends to your command. Creation blooms within your hand. It starts with you, only you, only you. It starts with you.
Welcome in the space, family. Come in and hold space with me tonight. Happy Sunday. Come in and say hello, y'all. Get in the building. It's been a couple weeks, but I am excited about the topic tonight and what we're going to unpack. So I'm going to get my disclosure on the way because I'm not going to hold y'all long tonight. I promise. Unless the spirit leads me. I share my own personal experiences on my journey to healing. I am a certified life coach. My goal is to empower you, to remind you of who you are. And availability is what becomes available when you recognize that. So if it don't apply, let it fly. If some apply and some don't, eat the meat and spit off the bones. If it all applies, eat it all and apply the knowledge. Get in the building, family. Let's tie in. Topic tonight is you got me fucked up. Before we get into the topic, I'm going to set some intentions, but I'm going to give you a quote. Are you empowered or are you in power? And the question is, do you know the difference? While you sit with that, let me set these intentions. So I invite you to stand in the space with me. I invite you to take a deep breath. As we go on this journey of unfolding, tonight we are not running from the truth, we are standing in it. I set the intention to honor my boundaries, to protect my frequency, and to remember that I am not here to be played small. We realize the need to shrink ourselves so that others can feel comfortable. We realize the need to explain ourselves to people to commit to understanding us. Instead, we reclaim our power, we reclaim our voice, we reclaim the sacred right to say, you got me fucked up, unapologetically. Not as a curse, but as a declaration that I refuse to forget who I am. We set the intention to return to alignment, to wholeness, to the frequency that heals and restores. And then from that space, we embody the truth that the most divine rebellion is self-remembrance. The greatest offering we give the world is a healed, unapologetic version of ourselves. And I speak from awareness. And I ask myself, what part of me still hides from my light? What version of me still confuses suffering with love? And in that awareness, I choose. If someone must be lifted, let it be me, because it's me. It has always been me, and I honor the pieces of me that once have been broken or forgot. But I stand now knowing the origin, that I'm not broken, I'm the builder. I am the keeper of this temple, and I'm the master of this house. So I rise and I declare it boldly. Healing is not just not just on the outside of me, it's my birthright, it's my choice. And tonight I choose me. And I stand in this agreement, and I understand that everything begins within, and there's no exception. So everything that's mine starts with me, and what's yours starts with you. So you claim that. You claim your own frequency of wholeness, because everything that's yours, say it with me, starts with me. And I say, and so it is. Oh, Tip. Welcome in, family. Hey, Miss Christy. Happy Sunday, y'all. We're going to come in here and have a beautiful time tonight, holding this space on this beautiful topic tonight. I ain't going to hold y'all that long tonight, I promise. I always say that, and then something leaves me different. So we're going to get into it. Welcome into the space where it starts with you, where there's no shame, blame, or judgment. However, we do hold ourselves and one another accountable. Last time we unpacked the topic of let me save somebody. I unpacked with you and I showed you the intricate details of how, that drowning situation, of how you have to knock somebody out. That's the safe thing to do. We said that sometimes the urge to save people isn't about them. But it's about you. It's about trying to heal that parts of yourself that you've ignored. And the truth is, the best gift that you can give to anybody else is not play a hero for their story. It's showing up full, whole, and complete in your own. So tonight we're expanding and going further. What happens when people know better, but still try you? I'm glad you asked. So Ty gonna be unpacking that with some real life scenarios to show you how it shows up in your life. When they disrespect your boundaries, they misread your energy or assume you're weak where there is none. That's where that teaching is coming. That's where tonight's teaching is coming from. You got me fucked up. I'm not just talking, the words back me up. Be renewed in spirit of your mind and put the new self, created to be like God. Read that one more time, Ty, because I don't like when it's confusing. Be renewed in the spirit of your mind and put on the new self, created to be like God in the true righteousness and holiness. What does that mean, Ty? I got you, sis. It means healing isn't about fixing others. It's about renewing you. It starts with you. When it says renew your mind, that's not just the thinking, starting to think new thoughts. That's the issue what I had, Think and Grow Rich. It's not just your thoughts. It's about your energy, your vibration, your alignment with the divine frequency of who you are. There's nothing outside of you that can make you whole. That's why so many people look at others and think, if I only had what they have, I'll be good. If I had that type of money, I'll be okay. And it's lies. This is why you get it and you still don't know what to do with it. Whether it's in a relationship, whether it's achievement or approval, there is no external savior. Everything begins inside here, within you. And I hope y'all hold this tight to your chest tonight. This is going to be good. And that's what scripture says. I just read it for you. Because when your mind is leaking, whether through thoughts, whether it's through your doubts, whether it's through your fears, your false identities that you create, these narratives and fantasies that we create for ourselves, your soul will feel restless. This is why you can never get the gratification of it's enough. But when you patch those leaks and you remember who you are, that's when your energy becomes unshakable. And anybody that tries to misread that energy, that's when you can say to them, you got me fucked up. We have used that narrative out of context for such a long time. And tonight we're going to break it down of what it really means. And I'm going to take you and I'm going to walk it down step by step. And that's what we're unpacking tonight. And we're expanding on that, because what happens when you're no longer in savior mode? What happens then? What happens when you're standing in your wholeness, but people still try you? Is that possible, Ty? Let's have the conversation. Because I've had some run-ins where I just knew. And nobody could tell me that people didn't have an awareness about them barking up the wrong tree. That's what that means. Boy, you barking up the wrong tree because you don't understand what's up this tree that you barking at. So these are some beautiful questions to ask. What happens when people know better, but they still disrespect you? And I'm going to say it loud and I'm going to say it proud. Welcome in, family. You teach people how to treat you. Even though it may not be in the physical, it's unconscious behavior. It's subconscious behavior. Because they might just have you fucked up. And I know what you're thinking. Miss Ty, you all in these Facebook streets cursing. One would think that it's obscene. Like this is a very it's very profane. It's profane language that you're using, Ty. And before you start clutching your pearls, I'm going to go back to the origin so we can understand when Ty is saying you got me fucked up now, and she using it with passion, please understand that it means something. I'm not going to go hard in it unless it doesn't mean something. So let's go back to the origin, shall we? I give myself permission tonight to hold space with that. Let's break it down. The word fuck is one of the oldest words in the English language. In English, it came from fokken. F-O-K-K-E-N. Go and look it up and study and show yourself approved. And it means to strike or move quickly. And later in German and Dutch, the word elevated to mean to strike, to thrust, to copulate. Go and look these words up. Don't take my word for it. This is why I say it's so important to go back to the origin, because I'm learning so many things over again that was taught to us wrong. We've been taught incorrectly, family, and it's time for us to take back to empower ourselves. And that wasn't done by accident. They told us, give them our children, and that's exactly what we did, and we're still giving them to them. And they showed us how easy it is to take something and change it in the benefit of themselves. Ms. Ty, how does that benefit them? I'm glad you asked, and as we unpack this tonight, we're going to see. I'm going to ask you to hold your horses because I got you. But before I show you that, I need us to tap in. And I need us to actually tap into that circumference of awareness of the things that we don't know. Because even I had a huge level of discomfort when I said, I don't want to get on there and say the word fuck because it's so derogatory in nature. And I was trying to say this word without hesitation because it feels so strong, and I just didn't understand why. I'm a serial rule follower, if y'all didn't know. I like to follow the rules. Sometimes I can be a rebel, and it's only because something doesn't sit right with me. And I tell y'all all the time, if it doesn't connect, question it. That's when I start not wanting to follow the rules. When you taught me something was wrong with it, it wasn't hard to get me, to go along with the program. I was one of those. I'm one of those. Because the narrative that they gave us that's been passed down, all because I had no awareness of what it meant. But I do now. I know. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. So before you put up a wall in defense, let me walk you down a little bit of the history of this word. So between the 14 and 1600s, it was strictly a sexual and obscene word. Moving into the 17 and 1800s, the word broadened into anger, or the way you can insult somebody by like flipping them the bird saying, fuck you. And what does it look like today, Ms. Ty? Today, that word is one of the most flexible words in the English language. We use it for sex. We use it when we get frustrated. We say, fuck that. For emphasis, that's fucking amazing. For rebellion and power, don't fuck with me. And I know you're saying, Ty, you just dropping these F-bombs, and I don't understand it. But at the root, it has always carried raw energy, physical, forceful, heavy. And that's why even today it hits deep. It's not just the meaning, it's the energy of the word itself. Think about it. When you say that word, your mouth opens wide, your jaw tenses, your voice rises, your body literally puts power behind it. It's also taboo. Our brains know it's forbidden, so we pay close attention. And one word can carry so much anger, so much frustration, passion, and shock, all that emotion packed into one single punch. Not only that, it activates the part of your brain that handles stress and that fight or flight mechanism. That's why it can feel so satisfying when you just need to let off steam. And don't forget the sound itself. That hard F, that K, those K letters are sharp and they cut. Welcome in, family. It grabs attention and it pierces the rooms. For centuries, people have used it to rebel, to defy, and make a statement. So when we say you got me fucked up, we're not just talking. We're sending energy, we're setting boundaries, and we're declaring power. Power, it's forceful, it's intentional, and it can't be ignored. But here's the shift. In this context, it's not about sex. It's about boundaries. It's about energy. It's about somebody misreading who you are. And it's about you reclaiming the power that says, no, you misinterpreted what I'm giving off. You got a misalignment in yourself that has you barking up the wrong tree. It says, you got me fucked up. Because I know exactly where I stand energetically. And once you know that, you can recognize when you got yourself fucked up too, or when somebody else does. So let's flip that word. We're going to flip the word. We're going to take the F and make it false assumptions. When people misjudge you, the U is going to stand for underestimation. And you're going to hear these words a lot tonight. When they minimize your worth, the C stands for control attempts. When the system, when trauma or people try to dominate you. The K is going to stand for killing spirit. When the oppression tries to silence your voice, i.e. religion. The E is for erosion. those slow leaks of energy, that let your boundaries slide. You let people overstep their boundaries. This is why you have a leak in that old building to begin with. They never tell you how that leaks got in your building. Ty is here to remind you of that too. The D is for disconnection from yourself, your power, or your God source. Did I not say that ye are gods? Remember them from that. Remove that. So when you say it now, you got me fucked up, you can kind of understand what it truly means. What you're really saying is you thought false assumptions. You underestimated me. You had an underestimation and control where you thought me keeping silence was me saying that I was afraid. You thought I let erosion and disconnection drain me, but I refused because I remember who I am. And that's why you can't bark up this tree. And tonight we're going to remind you of that. And tonight I'm going to have you step inside yourself and look inside yourself and say, okay, I looked over this. So I need to start setting some new boundaries. And when I say these words, you got me fucked up, we're not cussing. We're speaking a truth that comes from deep within our people's survival. How you just flipping words, Ty? Y'all let the slave master do it. But when I'm doing it as a reminder to empower you, you had a problem with that? That's a you problem. And I'm going to start diagnosing y'all with Stockholm syndrome. And if you don't know what it means when you develop feelings for your abuser or your captor. Whether it's through loyalty or trust, whether them taking you into slavery, and now I trust that they gave me this manuscript that I'm going by without even trying to look into the origin of it. I love this for us. I resonate with that on a physical and metaphysical level. I know y'all don't like when I say that word, but I do. This phrase is cultural armor, a way to say don't confuse my kindness for weakness. Don't mistake my peace for permission. And if we trace it back, it's rooted in both the struggle and the spirit of our ancestors saying out loud in their silence, in their rebellion, in their prayers, that you got me fucked up. If you think I'm not her, you got me fucked up. If you think that I was made to be broken and that you can run like a Tomb Raider all in through my boundaries, I know that that's culture. It makes us believe that that word is a bad word, and it's not. They've been lying to us. And I'm here to remind you of that. They take everything and twist it to get us as far away from our nature as possible. But there's a caveat to this thing. See, sometimes people don't even recognize when they have you fucked up. Sometimes they misinterpret your mannerisms. And when they get your response, they don't know how to take it. They're surprised because they misinterpret that. Your subconscious might be giving off a signal, but your true intentions is another. And I want to bring awareness to this. I'm going to break this thing down for you and show you how it shows up in your life. Your body keeps the score and it carries these stories. Our energy carries memory. So even when you're quiet, even when you're passive, when your subconscious still speaks, it speaks louder than your words. That's why I never understood when people say your silence speaks as well. And now I'm coming into the knowing why. Because your healing starts with you reclaiming your energy. You're sealing those leaks in your building, the physical body, your mind, your habits, your unhealed patterns. Now I get it. When they would sing that song, there's a leak in this old building, and my soul has got to move. I understand what they meant. You ever heard that song? You ever wondered what they mean? Has got to move. Have you ever stopped to ask the pastor, ask the evangelist, whatever they're calling themselves, where are these leaks coming from? Have you ever asked yourself that? And I bet nobody has voluntarily explained this to you before. This is why I get so proud of Ty when I come in and I show up on this space, just transparent, because I can tell you where it comes from. And I'm so proud of Ty knowing herself, knowing for herself, because the soul will either move towards healing or move away from the spaces and the people where you keep losing yourself. How do you know that, Ty? Because I lived it. It's in my book of life. I've been there. And it will have you saying things like, I don't want no man. I'm just going to be a golden girl. I don't like people like that. I don't want to be around no people, so I'm going to isolate. When you know, before you were hurt, you wanted to be a wife. When you know, before they start fucking with you, you like people around. You knew that the holidays was your favorite time because you wanted to love on people and be loved. But now I don't want to spend holidays because there's so much confusion at Medea's. I don't want to spend holidays. I don't want to go to the family reunion because there's so much chaos there. And you just want to be in the energy of good people and company. I'm being reminded of the source of where this comes from. So that song is really a metaphysical prophecy. If you don't seal those leaks, you'll stay drained. You'll never want to go. You'll never want to be around people again until you heal. But when you recognize them, you can patch them. You can restore. You don't have to keep moving from yourself. You can become full, whole, and complete. And I want us to understand what we're singing. If you don't know, I'm here to remind you. I want you to do something for me. Before I unpack this, if you can. If not, do it later. I want you to go and ask your pastor, what does it mean when this song say, there's a leak in this old building and my soul has got to move? And just watch them. Watch them squirm like a worm, but not tired. And she not. So let's unpack so we can understand what I'm talking about. What we've been singing about in this song. I'm talking about your body, your mind, your habits, your patterns, all the things, all the old stuff that you've been carrying that's leaking your energy. That's the old building. Family, you won't get this anywhere else. I'm telling you, when you tie in, when you come over here and it starts with you, you're gonna learn something. You're gonna eat every time. So stay. Because I guarantee you nobody will dare touch this. So what does it mean? The leak is the energy slipping out from your trauma, from your fear, from your old habits, from other people's expectations. Remember I showed y'all last time, I think it was last year, when I showed y'all those images of how your aura looks when things start to seep out, when those hooks start to drain your energy. Oh yeah, it's going to connect over here. Your soul has to move. That means your inner self, your consciousness, your Christ consciousness can't stay in a space that drains you. And that song keeps saying over and over again, I got another building, a building not made by man's hands. What does that mean? I'm jamming too. That's your true self, your inner power, your alignment with your higher consciousness, the best version of yourself. So when I say he won't put more on you than you can bear, it's not saying when times get hard, he will stop after it gets so heavy. That's not what it means. What that means is somewhere in your journey, you are equipped to obtain what you would need on this journey to understand how to handle these obstacles, how to understand these things that are showing up on your journey. You are given the resources to respond. The part of you that's never been tampered with, that's never been hurt, that's never been touched or tampered or tainted. That's what you're saying. Not a building not made by hand. Doesn't mean that you're dying and waiting on something to happen. That's not what it means. It's about what other people give you or expect. It's not what other people give you or what they expect from you. It's about the power you carry inside of you. Think about this. When people disrespect your boundaries or misread your energy, it's like they're poking holes in your old building. That's when you feel drained, you feel frustrated, or it's like a ticking time bomb, or you or like your power is leaking out. Like I feel so depleted. That's also when you realize you got me fucked up. But something happens before then. Even before someone crosses your boundaries, your energy is already sending out signals, consciously or unconsciously. So you may be intentional about it, or it may be unintentional. And I'm saying this because I know, Ty, what am I sending out? You're sending out signals that your body shows that you're in fear, that you fear something. Even if it's not the person that's taking that signal, those habits and those unhealed parts of you, even when you're quiet or calm, that internal conflict or parts of you that want to stand firm, but another part may be hesitant out of fear or caution. These cracks let energy leak out. And wait, I'm gonna unpack it in a real life scenario so y'all can say, well, Ty, I don't know what it looked like. Don't worry, sis, I got you, and I'm gonna show you how I show up in your life. And those energy leaks, it's like a balloon with a tiny hole. Some of your confidence and your power escapes before anyone interacts with you. And when someone misreads it, they pick up that subtle signals and they misinterpret them for weaknesses or fear. They cross your boundary, pulling at your energy. That's when you recognize the situation and you realize you got me fucked up. I'm jamming over here. This is the moment, and this moment is about clarity. It's about understanding that you're calm or you're hesitant wasn't weakness, but your energy it's navigating the situation. You reclaim that power, the boundaries, and the truth. So how does it work again? Let me walk it down. The energetic sequence. Your energy it broadcasts a signal, just like the radio station. And it calls in people to that energy. Others pick it up. And if they're not in alignment, full, whole, and complete within themselves, they'll misread those signals. Then they cross those boundaries. They trigger those energetic leaks. But because we take those things so literal, we miss it. So let me share with you how it can show up in your life. I know I've been on here for a little bit a minute, but I wanted to give you that context before I get into it and explain this. And people will either honor that frequency or mistreat it. Let me give you an example of how this shows up as misread. Misreading of your energy goes all wrong. I'm gonna give it to you twice in one scenario. was the end of my 8th grade. No, I was in 11th grade. I'm sorry. 11th grade year. We were at the Springfield Gym. They had a dance or a party or something. Shaquita and her crew was hanging out, being messy, picking. Anybody that knows me know that I will allow you to pop your shit for so long. I'll allow you to talk. At least I used to. Let me put that in context. At least I used to. But she messed around and misread Lamisha's mannerisms. And those of you that know Lamisha can attest to this. And I'm gonna say it just like it is. Her brain must have gotten hijacked some kind of reason, and she must have missed those subconscious signals or ignored them. But she relied on assumptions, so she underestimated what would happen. I don't even understand. I don't know if she thought that Lamisha was the same as me. So she thought. I don't know. I guess she must have thought she can keep running her mouth. Like there wouldn't be any consequences for her actions. But Lamisha don't do well with all that talking. She's very composed when she's in a situation where she's gonna get off. She is. I don't know how she do it because I'm not. Oh shoot. I'm not that person, so I don't know how that happened. Hold on, y'all. So I don't know what she was thinking. I'm not sure. But when you're in a situation like that, Lamisha, hey, correct me if I'm lying. Because this is my interpretation of her. All my life been spent with this lady. So she snatched her ass up so quick, it shocked me. Like it happened so fast. I wasn't even ready for it. So I know she wasn't ready. There's no way she could have been ready for that. Now you in it. Now you had her fucked up. Period. But here's where the shift happened. After the fight, I'm thinking everything done. Me, Lamisha, Roshan, we in the car. Just sitting in the car. My window cracked, and I'm just sitting there, quiet. And I wasn't paying attention. Next thing I know, Shaquita done walked up to the window on the side of the car and swing her hand in there. Look. She did like this and touched my lip like this. Now let me put a pin right there, real quick. I gotta put a pin right there. That probably should have been the moment. She probably took a second thought to it, but maybe her prefrontal cortex wasn't kicking in to understand. Like, this ain't even the person I'm fighting, so why would I go ahead? But that was the moment she had me fucked up. That was a misread of mannerisms. See, Mama Dear, rest in power, Queen. Mama Dear told me if somebody touch you, and I'm talking about touch, I'm talking about this touch. Look. She told me if anybody touch you, Neepu, you knock they block off. Period. And that was a touch to me. So there's no permission needed for that. But I can see how Shaquita didn't catch that. Her prefrontal cortex wasn't regulated. It wasn't regulating her reactions. And she didn't. She saw me sitting in the car calm and quiet, and Lamisha had already popped off by her just talking. So Neepu didn't do that. So I think I got a better chance of going over here fucking with her. but only if she touched the hem of my garment. She could have made me whole. Miss Reading is a bitch. She misinterpreted that because my energy wasn't fear of her. And y'all pay attention to how I'm laying this out. Because oftentimes that's how we get ourselves in these situations, because we misread these circumstances, we misread people's mannerisms. My fear was not towards her. She misinterpreted my energy was fear of consequences, fear of getting in trouble at home, fear of getting put out. I didn't live with my mama and my daddy. I didn't have an option to just go to my room if I got in trouble. I didn't have that. So that was a misread. Because my dear told me, knock the blocks off of her. So I get why she didn't understand. She didn't realize I wasn't afraid of her. She had me fucked up so hard and didn't know it. I know y'all gonna get in y'all feelings about this, but it's the truth. She misjudged me. Because what she misjudged was this my silence. And it wasn't weakness. It was strategy to keep me out of trouble. It wasn't fear. It was my way of surviving my home life. And if I didn't have discipline in it, I would have consequences at home. And if I have the discipline, if I didn't have the discipline I did, that's the thing would if it would have been the talk thing for me, because I get rattled now about talk. Like you say, certain things are disrespectful for you to speak to other people. That's where I am now. I wasn't there then. But that would have been a whole different story that night. So you see, this is how your subconscious mannerisms work. People read your body language, your silence, your energy, and if they misinterpret it, they'll walk into a trap. That's the foundation of you got me fucked up. Is I'm going to take what I perceive from you without any awareness in it. Everybody know that one person, nigga, I ain't fucking with her because I know she don't play that. I'm not doing that because I know my parents don't play that. I'm not gonna come in late because I know my parents don't play that. When y'all keep looking for them books, good luck. Them books that I'm on, even if I give them to you, you wouldn't understand. Because this type of work that I'm doing, you have to know for thyself. How do you know, Miss Ty? It's in your experience. It's in your book of life. It's not about some sky daddy writing down your every move. It starts with you. In Samuel, it says, man looks at the outward appearance, but the Lord looks at your heart. People will misread your surface mannerisms, but only you know your true intent. Now I know some of y'all gonna go take that story, run with it, and run tell it. First of all, I don't care, and I don't. Second of all, you're probably gonna take it as just a literal story. And yes, in this case, it was literal. But hear me. The same way folks read the biblical allegories, things that didn't literally happen, but they still carry divine truth. And what I explained to you was my experience of divine truth. And we can't get stuck in our carnal minds, because if you do, you'll miss the message. So why this topic, Ms. Todd? Because too many of us are living lives where our energy leaks go unchecked. Too many of us are misunderstood because people only see our surface mannerisms, but not our intent. And when folks misread, when they misjudge you and they underestimate you, if you don't know who you are, you'll start believing them instead of standing in your power. This teaching, you got me fucked up, is about a reclamation of your power. It's about drawing the line in the spirit, in the mind, and in the body and saying, I will no longer let those false accusations, those false assumptions, those underestimations or control define me. I know who I am. That's why we're here tonight. That's why this word has had to come forward. When the world misreads you, underestimates us, or tries to divine us by the limits, by visions, we must remember we are God's handiwork. We are created with intention, with purpose, with power. No one else assumption can diminish what God has made true in us. And I'm not talking about something outside of you. I'm talking about if you recognize who you are, God. Because too many of us are leaving these lives where we're just going along to get along. And that's not okay. It's about saying no more. I will no longer let someone else's false assumptions define who I am. It's not just a statement from your mouth. It's a statement from your spirit. Every part of you is involved when you set boundaries like that. And here's the key: claiming that power isn't about aggression or conflict. It's about balance. It's about knowing your energy, knowing your truth, and moving in alignment. And I bet y'all gonna leave that part out. But that's why I love my aunt. It's about knowledge of self, knowing where I come from, knowing her story. And I'm saying his story, my history. I'm about knowledge of self. And I recognize that my goal is to be the highest version of me. And I'm stepping with my left foot forward and I'm letting my heart proceed. And next of all, I didn't give you permission to disrespect me. And I wasn't who you thought I was. That's what happens. And for every action, there's a consequence, cause and effect. And when you misread or cross someone's boundaries, it's an energy violation. And it says you got me fucked up. Wait a minute, Ty. I got you. I know how y'all like to tussle. I know what some of you are thinking, but Ty, I'm a child of God. How can I say you got me fucked up and still honor that? Okay, I see. I see where you're going with that. I got you, sis. The goalpost moves any other time. But let me say this. Divine connection doesn't remove the responsibility to honor yourself. In fact, it demands it. Because your energy, your presence, your vibration, they all start with you. Before anyone even misreads you, before someone crosses boundaries, your own energy field is broadcasting these signals. It's not just your words, it's your declaration of sovereignty. When you take accountability for what you put out energetically, physically, mentally, you stop giving anyone the chance to misread or manipulate or control you. You're no longer reacting unconsciously. You're responding from alignment with your highest self. You teach people how to treat you. And you always do it with your energy. Every action, every gesture, and word is a signal to the world. Even your subconscious mannerisms that you don't even know that you have. The way you walk, your posture, your tone, your hesitation, or your silence broadcast that information about your confidence, about your boundaries and your expectations. And I'm aware how those signals can be misread because I've done it. I've misread signals myself. We were telling me just that today and yesterday, how people see your energy even if you don't. And based on their experience, they tend to test it. Some you'll filter out and some you won't. And when that happens, it's not failure. And I've had a hard time with that, recognizing that it's not failure, but it's an opportunity to reassert your boundaries and clarify your presence. And this is what You Got Me Fucked Up does. It's a corrective signal that's saying, I know you don't know me like that. You don't know me like that. You don't know me. You barking up the road, Tree said. I see that you misread, but let me be clear. I'm not weak. I'm not a pushover. And when you consistently align your energy, your actions, and your boundaries, you train people to respect that truth of who you are. This is why you can get those bullies, people that's been bullying you for a long time. I don't know much about bullying, but people that I've witnessed people bullying other people, and you only got to give them. It's only one time. You only have to show them a lesson one time. You'll never have to worry about them again. You teach through presence, not just instructions, not just words. People learn how to treat you by the standards that you set, your clarity. It's clear that I got boundaries when it comes to you just popping off to me. It's clear that I have boundaries if you touch my lip like this. It's clear. There should be no misunderstanding in that. Understandings in that. And that's the energy you should rock with. That's the confidence that you should walk with. Bottom line, misread's gonna happen. They do. It's inevitable. But every time someone misreads you and you reclaim your energy, it enforces your boundaries and it shows up fully. You're just teaching them how you want to be treated. That's the essence of what I'm talking about and what I'm unpacking tonight. Let's correct these misinterpretations. This is why the white supremacy system think that they can treat us any kind of way. It's because our mannerisms are showing them that we'll let them get away with anything. And then when we pop off, oh, it ain't have to go that far. You got me fucked up. Those leaks are real. And here we are singing about them. There's a leak in this old building and don't know what they are. But the beautiful thing about that is you can seal them. You can hold your energy. You can stand tall and move with intention. Every time you do this, your presence teaches respect. It teaches somebody to respect your boundaries. It creates safety. And your life broadcasts that truth. So tonight, welcome in, family. So tonight, I'm going to leave you. I knew I wasn't going to stay on here that long tonight. So tonight, you can leave this space knowing this. You are in charge of your energy, your building, your foundation, that building that you're singing about. You don't need permission. You don't need approval. You don't need anyone to validate your power. You got me fucked up. Maybe. Possibly. But I know who I am. And I've learned over time. Who are you, Ty? I'm the author of this story. I'm the author of my book. I hold my energy. And no one, not people, not the system, not circumstances, will I continue to allow to define my foundation, but me. And here's the truth. I'm not going to have myself fucked up either, because I had me fucked up too. How do you do that? How do you stop leaking your own power and take full ownership of your energy? I'm going to give you guys 5 steps that I'm working on right now. Honor your boundaries. Say no when you mean no. Protect your space physically, emotionally, energetically. Don't let fear or guilt make you compromise your truth. You know those things are non-negotiable for you. Honor your boundaries. Number 2, watch your habits. Pay attention to those subconscious behaviors, those hesitations, those over-explaining, those people-pleasing behaviors. Those things signal weakness or uncertainty, even when you don't mean it. And Dr. Simatawi, I understand you now. I do. Now the process of putting in the work for it. Number 3, respond. Don't react. Act from clarity, not from fear, anger, guilt. When you respond instead of reacting, you keep your power and you show the world who you really are. We're so easily influenced to give away our power. Number 4, resolve those internal conflicts. So I told y'all, and I've been saying this before, we're getting rid of the goat. Be honest with yourself. It's part of you that's afraid or unsure. Address that. See what that is showing up in you and align those thoughts and feelings and intentions so your energy doesn't get scattered. Number 5, own your energy. Stop depending on validation from others. Depend on your worth, on truth of yourself. When you fully own your energy, no one can misread, manipulate, or control you. That's why I respect Dr. Simatawi so much, because he doesn't compromise on that, even with me. And I didn't understand that before. On an energetic level, I understand now. Don't get me wrong, having yourself fucked up isn't about being bad. And I hope that's not what I'm giving you. Not hope. I know that's not what I'm giving you. It's about letting your own energy drift away instead of standing in your power. That's what it looks like when you got your own self fucked up. And what's the fix of that, Ty? Awareness. Notice those leaks. Take accountability. Align your mind, your body, and your spirit. Renewing of the mind. And show up fully in your truth. And when you do that consistently, you stop those energetic leaks. And you can make sure that your foundation is unshakable. Think about what Jesus did when he was casting out those demons. He didn't argue with the spirit. He didn't doubt his own authority. He knew who he was. He fully aligned his mind and body and spirit and acted from truth. That's why those demons couldn't resist him. They couldn't stay where the energy was strong and where it was clear and where it was sovereign. And when you have those energy leaks and that people pleasing and all of those behaviors and those mannerisms show up in the space, they get in the way. It's giving space for negativity, for chaos or manipulation to enter your life all the time. Because it's a time for chaos. And that's where your failure starts to creep in. But when you take that accountability and you align fully and you show up as your highest self, You cast out those demons, and I'm not talking about literal demons. I'm talking about the issues within. The reason y'all putting your hand on the goat and sending it into the wilderness, and it keeps coming back. Those sexual addictions, that addiction to porn, the addiction to drugs, all of that. But those things that try to control you and that you can't seem to get a handle on, food. Here's the real lesson before I get out of here. Jesus didn't wait for someone else to fix the problem. He stood in his authority. He claimed his power and he corrected the situation. That's exactly what it looks like when you refuse to have yourself fucked up. You stand in your authority. You claim your power and you correct the situation. Topic tonight is you got me fucked up. So what does that look like in your life, family? It means standing firm. And I'm just telling you what it means for me. It means standing firm in my energy. And I'm speaking from my truth unapologetically, transparently. And I'm setting clear boundaries. So that's it for me, family. I'm going to say this and I'm going to get out. My energy is sacred. And I'm telling you, I'm sharing this with you so that you'll know. My energy is sacred. My vibration sets standards. I reclaim every leak. I'm aligning my body, my mind, and my spirit so no outside force can disrupt my frequency of my truth unless I decide. That's it for me, family. I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to say happy Sunday. Is it still Sunday? Sunday. Hotel family.